It's me. Hi, guess who's back? It's me. Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. This feels so strange. I have not officially filmed a video since last year. So happy new year, happy 2023. We're 2 months nearly into it. And I've been a bit MIA, as you can tell on my channel. What's been going on? I'm going to sit down today, give you an update of what's been going on in my life. Yeah, just a general catch up, check in with you, and we're going to go from there. I don't know how chatty on this video is going to be, but sit back, grab a drink, and I hope you enjoy. The first question you're probably thinking is, Chloe, why did you take such a long break from YouTube? I have not filmed for I think about just over 2 months. Like I said, I've sat down to try and film many times, it's just never felt the right time. I've never felt up to doing it. But now I feel ready to talk to you about what's been going on, because I've had a lot of news, a lot of updates, a lot of things change in my life over the past 2 months, and I want to fill you in on what's been going on. There's been some good, there's been some bad, there's been many happy times, there's been many tears, but yeah, we're going to dive into it. Obviously, leading on from my grandma's cancer diagnosis, it's been really hard, I'm not going to lie. Going through having a family member with cancer is really hard, and it has hit me on certain days. We celebrated my grandma's 70th birthday at the beginning of Feb. 2nd of Feb was her 70th birthday. We went out, me, my mum, some of her sisters, and it was a lovely day. We did have some tears, but it's expected. Like, me and my grandma are really honest and open. I'm really thankful about that, because she's literally my best friend. Like, she's Chloe. She's been there through everything with me, she's been there my whole life, but seeing the loved one cry is never a good thing. But she has her days, obviously it's still settling, it's settling with her, with all of us having to deal with it. But yeah, so far, touch wood, she got her bloods back not long ago and they were all good, so that is a good news I'm holding on to. I always say bad things come in threes, and bad things really did come in threes. So around January time as well, I went for my checkup for my teeth. If you don't already know, if you're new to my channel, I have an underbite and I've crowded in my teeth, so I'm actually having an operation, well, braces then an operation to fix my jaw because my jaw's not correct. I went for my appointment. This has been ongoing. I've been diagnosed when I was 14 and I'm nearly 25, so it's been an ongoing thing. I thought this year it would actually start happening. Fingers crossed it still might, but we've had a bit of a setback. So I went in January and he showed me my x-ray and he was like, can you see at the bottom of my jaw here, there was like a little circle, like a little mass, and I was like, don't. I was like, do not. I honestly thought the worst. He turned around the dentist to me and he said, oh, we think you've got an extra tooth. I was like, sorry, what? An extra tooth? So I've got extra teeth anyway, like I've got all my wisdom teeth and they're just growing here, there and everywhere, causing me pain as is. But apparently I have, not to be confirmed yet, I need to go back in a month's time to see if it actually is that, but they think there's a tooth growing down here, which obviously needs to get taken out, because if the teeth that they're going to take out get taken out and this grows upwards, it's just going to fill in the gap, and that's not what we want. So I was like, only I would have extra teeth. So they're investigating that at the minute. As I said, I will update you on that when I find out the results, but the teeth bait thing is taking a bit of a it's on hold at the moment. So we'll see how that goes. But yes, getting back to the bad things that come in threes. So on the 6th of February, I actually was in a car crash. I crashed my car. Thankfully it was just, not thankfully because I was really annoyed that happened, but it was just my car. I'll insert it on the screen so you can see, but it basically just did all the front bit in. The front bit was not in a good way. And that stressed me out so much, because this car was my freedom. It was my way of just, if I wanted to go somewhere, I could be like jump in my car, getting to work, you know, that. So not me for 6 hours, a mess. I was okay, I had no injuries or anything like that, just my car was effed at the front. It really was. So took it to a mechanic. He was like, yeah, it's going to cost me £1,000 to fix it. I was like, there was no point, because that car, bless it, my little Chrissy, as I call it, Chrissy the Citroen. Oh yes, I have named my car. She's only worth about £900 at most. She's a 2010 reg, 1 litre Citroen. So I was like, I'm going to scrap it. But thankfully, the angel that my dad is. Honestly, I do not deserve my dad sometimes because he literally puts up with all my shit. My dad has very kindly been fixing it, and hopefully, do I say at the start of this week, it might potentially be done. Not 100% obviously. I'm like, Dad, take as long as you need, because as long as it's roadworthy, I don't care if there's scratches on it or anything like that. I just want to be able to drive it again. But he's honestly an angel for doing this for me, because my dad's amazing with stuff like technology, computers, he knows all that. Cars is very new to him, he has no idea what he's doing. So the fact that he's took this job on for me and he's done so well at it so far, honestly, I don't, because I'm off the pill at the minute, and if I start crying about everything that's going on, but honestly, he is an angel. I do not deserve that man in my life. But yeah, thank you, Dad. That's all I have to say, because honestly, if he gets me back on the road, literally, it happened 2 weeks ago. So if he's done the turnaround that quick, I'm very impressed. Then, oh, what day? At the end of January, start of Feb time, I feel like everything just happened in the space of a week. So I went for my smear test. This bit is where I really want to reiterate to you, girls, if you've got your letter through, please book it, because I was just like, yeah, it's fine, like, you get the letter before you're 25 back, well, like, I can put it off. I got the letter in November, and I was like, I'll wait till the new year, I'll wait till Christmas out of the way, because I was very busy in December. So I went on at the end of January, I booked it. Was absolutely fine. Bit of uncomfortableness because it was my first time, I wasn't sure what to expect. She literally just didn't talk me through it, just went through with it. Took about a minute, if that. It was absolutely fine. Bit of a weird sensation, but yeah, absolutely fine. She was like, we'll either ring you or you'll get a letter. And it were about 3-ish weeks. I'd not heard anything, and I was like, oh, I should hear from it any time now. I had an unknown call ring me, and it was my nurse. She was like, so we've got your results back and it has shown up that you've got abnormal cells. I was like, what? Because the whole thing around cervical cancer, I was the generation at school where I got the vaccines when I was 12, 13. So I was fully jabbed up. I thought, oh yeah, nothing had ever happened to me like that. My first smear showed up abnormal cells. I was like, are you joking? Like, a health scare was something I didn't need. And I really bigged it up in my head, because they mention the word cancer, you automatically go into overdrive, you start thinking of the worst. And like I said, cancer runs in the family, so it really knocked me for 6. Like, I got really worried. But then the nurse was no help on the phone either. Honestly, some nurses can be so rude. She was like, yep, you'll just have to wait for your letter from the hospital, because basically after you get abnormal cells, they've got to obviously check they're not cancerous, they've got to go further, look in more detail. So I've got to go for a colposcopy, I think that's how you say it, at the hospital, which is the week after my birthday in May. See what they say, but because it is a very slow growing cancer, if they were cancerous, touch wood they're not, but if they were, they can remove them and get rid of them quickly, and it's a very slow growing cancer. I think it says it takes about 10 years to grow fully in your body. But from the lack of information, I feel like girls are not told about it at a lot of school. Like, I didn't know anything about it, went for my smear, and then they told me that, and I was like, sorry, what? Also, I really think smears should be started from when you've sexually active, so I honestly think it should be dropped to 18 or even 16, because 25 I feel like it's way too late. It's such a common thing as well. I never realised how common abnormal cells were, but they are such a common thing. Like, it just blows my mind that it's not talked about a lot. But anyway, as I said, I go for that procedure doing in May, so we'll find out. Hopefully it's nothing to worry about. The letter does say it's only borderline changes, which calmed me down a bit, because literally the woman on the phone was like, yep, got abnormal cells, and I was like, I've got so many questions. Like, she just didn't want to answer anything. So thank God my god sister is actually a nurse, so I confided in her. She calmed me down. She told me everything that was going to happen, and how, like, she just reassured me, which made me feel a lot better. But yes, quite a lot going on in the past 2 months. On a positive note, I've just got back from a week away with my boyfriend. We went away for Valentine's and celebrate our 6 months. I can't believe we've been together 6 months already, like, it's gone so quick. But we had a lovely time. As you know, Valentine's Day has just gone as well, and it was like my first Valentine's with him, and honestly, he treated me so much. I just want to show you a couple of things he got me, because I was like, oh, I love you so much. So he did get me some flowers. He got me some roses, which he knows I love. Also, these roses have lasted so well, and I saw a thing saying that roses that are given with love last longer. These were going to be on the 14th, it's now the 25th when I'm filming this, so these have been going strong 11 days, and they still look and smell amazing, so, you know. But yeah, he did get me some roses, which I love. He also bought me some other bits, got me like some chocolates, some candles, which were very nice. He also got me my new favourite teddy that I literally sleep with every night. This is Tommy, the teddy. It's so cute, he's got a little rose in his hand. But he's named after one of my favourite characters in Power, which is a TV series we're currently watching together. So yeah, Tommy the teddy now lives on my bed. But yeah, it was just really nice. Went out for a meal. We had some really nice time together away, and it was just so nice. Like, I love that boy so much. It's his birthday soon, which I'm excited to give him his presents. But yeah, we've got loads of exciting things coming up, which is exciting. In this video, I also did want to talk to you about a couple of my favourites that I've been loving over the past couple of months. Share with you some things I've been loving, do a kind of like favourites in this video. So we're going to start with books, because I've been obsessed with reading at the minute. I don't know what's come over me. Like, I'm a bookworm anyway, but this past couple of months and this month coming up, I've got some really good books to read and books I've already read. So the first book I want to start with is a book that I've already read, and this book literally had me in a chokehold. Verity by Colleen Hoover. Guys, if you've not read this and you love a good book, get your hands on this, because this I literally read in one day. I couldn't put it down. I was like, I need to know, I need to know, I need to know. The ending, I'm not going to spoil it, but the ending, oh, I think this is the best book. I think this actually beats End with Us. This book is so good. Get your hands on it, that's all I'm going to say. These are all quite like romance themed books. It's kind of the books I go for. Romance, thriller, mystery, along them lines. The next one, which I am currently reading, is A Thousand Boy Kisses by Tilly Cole. This honestly breaks my heart and melts my heart at the same time. The bit in the beginning, I'm not going to go into spoilers, but there's a bit in the beginning where a grandma's talking to her grandma's on a deathbed, and she says some really nice stuff, and it just made me tear up a bit thinking about mine and my grandma's relationship. But yeah, this book's really, really good. I'm only about, I'd say, 4 or 5 chapters in, but I'm loving it so far. So there's that one. Then the next couple of books are the books I'm going to be reading over the next month, which I'm super excited to delve into. So the first one is The Way I Used to Be by Amber Smith. This basically follows the story of this girl called Eden who wants to relive this day. There's themes of like rape and what love is and stuff like that in this book. So it's probably a very hard-hitting book, but a book that I'm really interested to read and see how the story pans out. So yeah, it says, all Eden wants is to rewind the clock, to live that day again. She would do everything differently, not laugh at his jokes or ignore the way he was looking at her that night, and she would definitely lock her bedroom door. But Eden can't turn back time, so she buries the truth along with the girl she used to be. She pretends she doesn't need friends, doesn't need love, doesn't need justice, but as her world unravels, one thing becomes clear: the only person who could save Eden is Eden. So yes, it's intrigued to read that. And then the other one I've got to read this month is A Million Kisses in Your Lifetime by Monica Murphy. Seen so many people hype about this on TikTok, so I'm definitely excited to give this a go. It's about a boy and a girl and their trials and tribulations. Will they fall in love? Will they not fall in love? All that jazz. Another thing I've been really getting into is taking photos. I've really honed in on taking photos of when I've been making memories with my friends and my family, my boyfriend and stuff like that. So I've been really getting into taking Polaroids as well, which I have some of my favourites here in a frame that I have next to my bed. Just some little Polaroids of my sister and my boyfriend. But yes, I've really gotten into taking photos and like printing them out, because I'd much rather have the actual physical copy than have it on my phone. We're making effort to start printing my photos out, because I want the photos physically. I want to be able to, when I'm older, look back and be like, oh, this is what I looked like when I was younger. Going on to one of my makeup favourites I've been loving over the past month. I've really gotten into lip gloss. You're probably thinking, Chloe, what? But stay with me. Really got into wearing lip gloss over my lipstick, my favourite L'Oreal lipstick. I've got it on now. This lip gloss is incredible. So it's the Dior, I forgot what it's called, Dior Addict Lip Maximizer. I've got the shade 013. It's just this really nice nudie pink, really shimmery, really sheen. I've got it on now. I absolutely love a glossy lip. Really gotten into it. So yes, this has been literally in my bag every day for the past month and a bit. One of the beauty bits I wanted to share with you, which I am obsessed with, I've found a new brand that I've really fallen in love with. I love all the products. It's called Oué. I don't know how you pronounce it, but it's this brand. It's incredible. So I've got the scalp and body scrub, the hair mask for fine to medium hair, and the leave-in conditioner. These honestly have saved my skin and my hair. This body scrub is incredible and it smells insane. It's scent Melrose Place. They do a perfume of it and I might have to pick it up because the smell of this smells like summer. The hair mask, they do two kinds, for thick hair and then fine hair, which mine is. This is incredible. Honestly saved my hair. And then this leave-in conditioner, which I like to do when I do a slick hair. So if I do a slick bun, I'll put this in and leave it in all day, wash it out. Has worked wonders. My hair's never felt so smooth. So yes, I've been loving this brand. I'm really excited to see what else this brand does. Try some other bits, but these have been my favourites at the minute. Now going on to a couple of clothes things. The first thing actually being an accessory. This bag I have been loving. So it's the also famous denim bag from Zara. It's denim, it's all studded. I feel like this goes with so much. Like when I wear a pair of jeans, even just a plain white top and this bag just jazzes up an outfit. I did buy this in the Boxing Day sales because it was £50 full price and I was like, a bit much for a bag, but it went half price in the sale, so I picked this up and I've been loving it ever since. I literally take this everywhere with me. I just feel like it goes so much and it's very different just from a black bag. Like, don't get me wrong, I love a black bag, but when I want something a bit more jazzy, this is what I go for. These cargos. Now, you know I've been trying out so many cargos and I just haven't found any I love. Like, I've got a couple of Zara pairs and Stradivarius pairs that I love, but I've just ended up selling them because I just don't like how they sit on me, because I've got quite, like, not to big myself up, but skinny waist and then my hips go out a bit. Like, they're just, I feel like a boy in them sometimes, you know what I mean? I want it to fit my figure a bit more, I feel like I need stuff that fits well. Bershka has answered all my prayers with these cargos. These are them. They're a bit creased because I've been in my wardrobe, but these are them. And as you can see, oh yes, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, they have got tie waist. So you do them up and then you cinch them in on the inside, tuck that in, and it fits your waist, fits your hips. I love these. I really like this grey colour as well. I feel like it goes with a lot of my wardrobe, but yeah, and they're long enough because as you know, you girls 5'10", so I do struggle with finding them that are long enough, but these are long enough for me, and oh, I've been living in these. I love these so much. The last thing which I think I have to talk about, because I literally have it in every single colour and I've been wearing it to death since the day I bought them. The very famous in Zara at the minute, the tracksuit sets, the sweatshirt and jogger sets. They fit amazing. I love the fit of them. So they come with the crop sweatshirt and they've got wide leg. I'm not going to take them off the hanger to show you fully, but they've got the wide leg bottom, which I think is so flat. And I feel like I'm swaying more towards wide leg rather than a cuff leg, which is not like me. But these are so nice. So I've actually got the grey, the cream, the black, and they've just brought out a darker grey, which I might have to go and get. But I've literally been living in these. Like, I just wear them all the time. I love a good tracksuit set and they're just so stinking cute. I couldn't leave them. So I had to get them in all colours obviously, but yeah, I've literally been wearing these non-stop. But yes, that is everything for this video. I really hope you have enjoyed. Like I said, I am back in a sense, but I'm not going to put pressure on myself to film. I'm just going to film when I want, film what I want. There might be vlogs, there might be more sit down videos. We will see what happens. We'll see what the year 2023 brings. But yes, taking you along on my journey of life, and thank you for sticking around. Thank you for joining if you're new or you've been returning. I love you all so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.